weekend monitor system was designed to educate judges. After judging a show, a judge is required to send his videos to his weekend monitor. After receiving the judge's packet, the monitor will review a minimum of 2 classes. If there is an opportunity for education, the monitor will follow up with the judge, either by phone or by sending a voiceover. The following is an example of an educational voiceover sent to a judge so he could better understand the hot quit rule. So I'd watch it in regular speed, and then I'd watch it in slow motion. At this point right here, that cow is angling away from that horse. So he's going away. Rider's tagging off right there. See his hand starting to move? So that is not a hot quit. That should have been ruled clean. That cow gets legal. Right there, it starts to go away. It is obviously going away from him, and he's tagging off right there. The adjusted monitor system is designed to make judging equally fair for all contestants. The monitor reviews the judges' cards for 3- and 5-point penalty discrepancies. If there's a discrepancy, the monitor makes a ruling on the penalty and then shows the penalty to the appropriate judge or judges. After the review, the judge has the opportunity to change his score or not. The total score is adjusted accordingly. The following are 2 different examples of equipment that we use in the monitor's room. We usually have 2 TVs like you see here. The monitor on the left is the front view. The monitor on the right is the overhead. We have the ability to sync the 2 views together and watch them at any slow motion speed we choose. This particular clip here, we were looking at a hot quit. So we used slow motion, and the fact that the 2 videos are synced up, we could tell that the cow was going away when the cutter was quitting the cow. In this segment, we're talking about understanding spreads. There are different reasons for spreads, one of which would be a style of a horse. There is the run content, which holds more value to different judges, which brings me to the judge's opinion. There is lack of focus at different times, long days, judges get tired and they miss runs. That is why we have the 5-man system, so that we can throw out the high and the low score and achieve an accurate score on the run. The following clips will show the judge's point of view from box 1 and box 5. The 2 clips are simultaneously synced. So the top view is the view from the right side of the arena. The bottom view is the view from the left side of the arena. There are times when we have spreads from 69 to 71, or let's say 71.5 to 73. And the only thing responsible for that spread is the different point of view from the arena. Sometimes runs look different from the left side than they do the right side. The following is an example of an educational video that we would send out for continuing education of judges. So we're going to look at a few cuts today, some good herd work and then also some bad herd work. This first cut is a nice clean cut. He's staying quiet up and in the middle, commits to that cow fairly soon and then stays with it, keeps driving forward. Check plus cut. So this cut is a little bit different. It doesn't drive very far from the herd, but yet he remains in the middle of the arena, controls the cattle in the middle of the arena, and stays very quiet. Definitely a check plus cut. So this rider is stepping up there. That cow that he wants to cut's rolling across the top. Makes it a little difficult to get to it quietly. He does a nice job of it. So it's check plus cut. This cut, he's deep in the herd. Staying very quiet as he's stepping up through the herd here. Waits for the cow that he wants to cut. Steps to it when he needs to. That's a plus cut. So another one where the guy's deep in the herd when he's starting his cut. Coming up through there slow and steady. Cuts in the middle of the pen, standing still, really quiet, plus cut. So now we're going to look at some bad cuts. So he chases two cows over the wall. At best, this would be a check minus cut. So this horse is not handling the bridle very well. He's not really easily guided. Runs back and forth. This horse just doesn't want to go where he's being asked to go. So a check minus or even a full minus cut. This cut starts out okay, and then he starts bumping the horse's mouth with a bit, and that gray cow clears right there, so he should have put his hand down. He didn't, so you have an E and a B and a check minus cut. In this segment, we will be talking about marking your card correctly. Remember, run content minus the penalties should add up to your score. Filling out your card correctly is important for several reasons. First and foremost, it helps track the run to come up with an accurate score. Secondly, it informs the contestant what they did well and where they need to improve. The next clip is an example of a scorecard filled out correctly. On this card, the run content adds up to the score. For example, the third horse down is a 74. There are several pluses and some check pluses. On the last horse, we have several minuses, and that score is a 67. The next clip is an example of a scorecard filled out incorrectly. So first thing I want you to notice is the first three scores where the arrow is. They have 73, 73, and a 74. Now look over at the run content side of those scores. The first 73 has 1 plus, The second 73 has 4 pluses and a miss. And then the 74 has all checks. This is a very good example of a poorly marked card. So we have a couple of runs here that we want to go through and kind of judge and get them down on our judges sheet in the run content. Check plus cut. This horse has lots of eye appeal and good control. So I'd be on a 3 on that cow. 73, I'd be a check plus in herd work, check plus in control, and a plus in eye appeal. Nice, clean, quiet cut, check plus. So still a high level of eye appeal, got lots of degree of difficulty, lots of control. So I'd be a check plus on the herd work, be a plus on control, check plus on degree of difficulty, and a plus on eye appeal, and I'd be a 74 on that cow. So I'd be sitting on a 73.5 when he goes to cut his third cow. He's going to have plenty of working time, so I'm going to put a check plus in working time. This run's losing a little bit of value here. Kind of horse doesn't want to get over there to the right. Kind of got a little out of whack. The herd help had to help him just a little bit. So that run went down. I would have a check on the herd work, a minus in control, check in degree of difficulty, and a minus in eye appeal, and mark him a 72. So this rider goes deep into the herd. He's staying really quiet, not disturbing the herd at all. Cuts the cow in the middle of the pen, plus cut. This horse has lots of eye appeal and lots of control. I'd be a 75 on that cow, and I'd have plus in herd work, plus in control, check plus in degree of difficulty, and plus in eye appeal. Another real pretty quiet cut, plus cut. Lots of eye appeal, lots of control. So this rider did not quit right there, and he had an opportunity to. So I'm going to plus amount of courage. I'm going to plus working time. And I'm going to plus degree of difficulty. It's hard to work a cow for that long. And I'm going to mark him a 76. This is Andy Adams, Education and Development Specialist. NCHA thanks you for being a part of this membership forum.